Hey, Moz, good evening. So just a couple of concerns. I was just going to go over this with you. This young man, Junior, said that he would try to call me one more time. I said, "What do you mean one more time?" He texted me the other day, "When can I call you?" And I said, I wound up turning around. It was like 11 o'clock, and I called him at 1 something and said, "You can call at your convenience. Just let me know if I don't answer, it's because I'm in a meeting." And I text him tonight going, "Hey, I hadn't heard back from you." And he says, "Well, I'll try one more time tomorrow if you're available." And I'm like, "What do you mean tomorrow? I don't have any calls from you." He tells me that he called me 2 or 3 times Saturday and Sunday. I had 4 calls on Saturday, none were him. And I had 2 calls on Sunday, none were him. So then he tells me he's in Mexico. This young man is not a website builder. He might know how to hack his way through a Wix or a GoDaddy, but I just can't believe for the life of me you would trash everything you have to go with one of those. Then he's asking me, challenging me about the 350. The 350 is right here. That's annual hosting. So if we go back to the beginning, we charged $500. Okay, $500 for this first year. I'll show you the invoicing because you guys had it. $500 to bring over this website, right? Okay. Modify current website. So we brought it over to our hosting to control it. I had to pay my PHP expert to get this thing mobile optimized and for that form to work because it wasn't working, remember? Because your mom had somebody that coded this thing hardline PHP, even to the point that Junior don't even know how to get in there and do anything, okay? And he's going to advocate to just redo it. Well, all we offered over a year ago, is for $900, we would rebuild this website in a platform that you could have a media gallery, a video gallery. We've done all the things that we committed to on a good faith basis. So here, the Google My Business, the YouTube channel, we created all that, the Facebook ads, Google Search Console, and you have a pretty good traffic increase. This last month you had a decline because you have, a handful of negative reviews is why on the Google traffic. But hey, everybody has that, right? All the terms and conditions are here. So annual hosting started here, July of 2021. It is August 2022, and we just now paid that $349 for the next year. You would have done the same thing at GoDaddy Pro, because this is what Junior wants to do. Go to GoDaddy and do a WordPress, or go to Wix and do WordPress. You have to pay for their professional level websites, which is about this same money right here outside of your email and domain. So nothing would be different. We charge $500, and it cost me actually more with my PHP expert in Kentucky to go in and understand how the guy, whoever built it for Edom, did it, and for us to at least make it do some of the things it's doing. Since then, the hosting is support and technical. So like, updates, revisions, all the software that makes this thing work, regardless if we built it or not, we've maintained it, plus also secured you from a horde of attacks like everybody's having, a rising and increase of attacks because of the global economy and what's going on in Russia and Ukraine. There's been a lot of attacks on American websites, just random stuff, right, from all over the world, right? But you guys haven't felt any of that because we're standing in the gap doing our job. Now you can go and host it at GoDaddy, but they won't host this website at this level. It would be a basic, unless you go with the pro. But someone would have to know how to take this down, convert it, and put it over there. Same thing with Wix. That's not Junior. I've had a good chat with him. He doesn't have that depth. Okay, so if we go back to the invoicing here, let me go back. And I want to show you that we have, and I'm talking about Jag. This is outside of Tiffany's. This has nothing to do with Tiffany. So this $849 at the beginning, $349 was to pull the hosting. We all had agreed on that, so we could have better control of it. $500 was for us just to do it. We offered a $900 to rebuild the whole thing at our cost and give you all the things that are necessary, which are media and images and video galleries, right? Those things cost money, or you got to have someone that knows how to put them together. Automatic image compression, we would do that for you so you guys could do it yourself, right? And if, like, we have some folks that try to upload pictures and stuff, and they do a pretty good job now because they know, or we've trained somebody. But also every once in a while they mess something up and we can go right behind them and correct it. Okay. Then the agreement was for, which was started here, was for the $300 a month for social media advertising, minimum 6 months. So we went 1, 2, 3. One of these was canceled because it was a duplicate, and then 4, 5, 6. So we did the minimum 6 months, which ended about February. You guys had some pretty good traffic and was rolling, so we didn't do much more. But then we did. We went in March and we did. This was LinkedIn. Cost a little bit more. And then what was that extra 150? It was something else. Oh, that was your grand opening. That's right. I had to do an email. So I added thousands to my MailChimp account. Had to build a separate category for it so it doesn't interrupt with my other 10,000 list. But because I added your list to my account, I've increased my account monthly charge way more than what this was since that time. So I'm paying more, but I'm maintaining that for you guys because it's your list, right? Be happy to transfer that to your own MailChimp account, but I just added it to mine because we had the digital dashboard to build the the email graphics, right? So we did this LinkedIn that time, if you'll remember. So to see all that's all that was. Then you get here. This is the last view here. Then we get here to, after that grand opening email blast and some LinkedIn, then we get here, right, to July 30th, which is appropriate. Billing went out in July because the renewal was July 13th. So you're on the second half billing is when that went out. So that's $349 like the first year. Okay, so this will carry you out to 2023. That's support and technical support, keeping it updated, blocking the attackers. It's kind of like the domain name is, the license plate registration of the car. It's got to be registered, right? That's what a domain is. But a domain is required for a website to sit on top of that or use that domain, right? Like the automobile. So registration of an automobile, the license plate, to me, that's the domain. You know what the hosting is? The hosting is the parking. Where does the car get to sit? Is it a garage, a parking spot? It's got to have some space to exist. That is what hosting is for a website. Wix and GoDaddy, like Junior's so anxious to try and go and do, they can just do it simple. This website's probably more complex than anything he's done. We've done stuff at this level or greater. So, and we've done the simple stuff too. But your site came to us with already a lot on it. Remember, this guy built it in a PHP format. And not everything worked when we got it. We made sure to get a quote and that it was mobile optimized, that it would work in mobile, right? Now this is going to your new, I forget what it's called. Not Wedding Book or whatever it is, your new system. So this is where this is going now. But we had to go in and PHP code it because the young man that built this darn thing, can I even get in right now? So yeah, let me go this way. I'm already here. So I'll just show you, man. Your guy, or that your mom used, this right here, this theme is a child theme of a PHP developer or really a coder that put this together. They don't have a whole lot of knowledge on design because the UIX, what they call the end user experience, wasn't quite there. It was flashy, pretty, had everything that I guess you guys asked for, but there was a lot of dead end 404, 505 error pages with things that were clickable, with a lot of things not clickable. You guys may or may not understand all that, but all I'm telling you is you got this young man that's eager to set the world on fire. But here's what we've done. We built a Google My Business. We connected you to Google Search Console. We optimized those Facebook pages with, the ads everywhere. We got the ball rolling. I'm glad he's helping you do posts, but it doesn't sound like he's doing any boosts or any email campaigns. Which is how we do a lot of other companies. We have some national companies we do that with, keep business going. running their promos, running their specials, just getting the word out in different segments, right? So there you go. We honored everything we said we would do from the beginning, regardless of Tiffany. I'm talking about Jag and Sapphire. We ran the minimum 6 months. We actually kind of went one extra month because that was the big email blast too, and then that's just hosting. We haven't charged you guys for anything. So all the work that we have done, like we created a new section just to integrate and work with your new CRM. And we did it in a content management system that we're familiar with, not in PHP, just to save you money. We just did it. We didn't even charge you for that. So just looking for that good faith basis on both sides. We've done what we were asked. We did it well. Your numbers don't look bad as far as traffic, but they are starting to come down a little bit because on the Google side you have taken a couple stingers on reviews. But and then I remind you of leads that might be sitting there through the Google dashboard. I know we get busy, sometimes we miss that. So that's really the big key. Are we blocking and tackling all the traffic, or are we just expecting everybody that's going to be a booking to come through and get to our CRM? That's typically not the case. If he's running a lot of Facebook action, who's watching the chats, who's watching the messenger, even comments, because people can request a space for that. Who's watching the Google My Business and responding to those things. That's where it's at. You might have missed some business if no one's really been on top of that. Anyway, appreciate you, man. Like to have a talk with you if you like. Sounds like this young man's got yours and your dad's ear. But whatever might be thought or said is just to tell you, we've done and charged, probably even not even enough in some cases, what was asked. We offered you $900 to rebuild this thing in about a week's time. And, I couldn't do that right now. I've got too much business on the books, so it would take me longer to do it. But we could rebuild this thing and give it what it needs, right? Anyway, thanks a lot.